Hello everyone and welcome back to my daily report market analysis videos with me, which is Pro Market Analyst at Hantec on Wednesday the 26th of February. Let's have a look at cable, which is a very difficult market to call at the moment. It seems as though it doesn't really know what to do. I've talked previously about the fact that you get a handful of sessions up and a handful of sessions down. At the moment, look at this choppy sort of alternating run of candles where you get a bull candle and a bear candle, and there is a net move higher, you could argue, with a run of higher lows, but it's really difficult to call. And ultimately I still think that having started to form these lower highs and arguably lower lows in the last few weeks, it sort of seems as though that cable is going to be struggling. You've got momentum indicators which are now sort of beginning to see a little negative configuration there. The RSI struggling around the 50 point, falling over. MACD lines underneath neutral, not really taking off in this recovery of the last few sessions. And again, that's suggestive of the fact that the market does initially dip lower, but then seems to rally. But again, we're seeing that early dip lower. Is this going to be a point at which cable rallies? I'm not entirely convinced, because unless you really break through 130.70, which are the February highs, I just cannot see how cable is going to be positive on a near-term basis. It's just being sold into strength at the moment, and the tendency has been for the market just to start breaching supports within this move. So a slight negative bias, but without any real conviction in either direction of any note. No real traction in the moves, and as I said, just very slight negative bias through momentum indicators broadly. Let's have a look at the hourly chart. Yeah, the failure at 29.80, which is a bit of a basis of an old pivot. The failure underneath that this morning doesn't help the outlook, and certainly rolling over again. And at best, it's neutral configuration with the RSI between 30 and 70, but MACD lines accelerating lower now in the last couple of hours. And it certainly looks as though the market is sort of dropping back again now. So you're opening up sort of support levels. You'd say, well, the overnight low from yesterday, 29.10, but ultimately 28.85, I think is these lows here, 28.85. That needs to hold if that protection of the 28.45 support can remain intact. But as I said earlier, there's a slight run of higher daily lows, which I suppose generates a little bit of near-term positivity, but ultimately you still see that sterling is struggling and for any real positive traction. So I wish you good luck in your trading today. Click here to subscribe to our analysis videos and go to our website to sign up for our webinars.